dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you said.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Atlanta Falcons. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On first down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Sanu. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. 4th down, and out comes the Falcon kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Patriot offense returning to the field. And look at this season, 12-4, but they had the 8-0 start. And you think about it in that lens, down the stretch 4-5, including the playoff loss. A first-place finish for the 16th time, though, in 17 years. But now the question circle. We've mentioned Tom Brady. A lot of discussion there. But there's a lot of other questions to answer, correct?
This is one of the oldest rosters in the NFL. So there has to be some type of a rebuild, reboot along the way. Although if you're a New England Patriot, you don't do it with the idea that you're not still contending to win the AFC East and go to the playoffs. So it'll be interesting to see how they decide to do that from the front office, which there is some uncertainty there, whether there'll be some change in those positions. Head coach, as long as he's there, I think things are put in great hands. But we may see a drastically different Patriot team moving forward, especially if number 12 decides to take his talents elsewhere.
Well, if Brady is there next year, they got to get him some guys he can throw the football to. Guys
that he'll absolutely trust, and that means finding veteran wide receivers who can come in and adapt to their system and play. They tried that this year. Antonio Brown, Mohamed Sanu.
N'Keal Harry.
Well, N'Keal Harry was the rookie, and he didn't adapt very well, but Josh Gordon didn't find a replacement for Gronk at tight end, although you're not going to replace Gronk, but you have to find people who are serviceable. So it became throw it to Julian Edelman and hope. And that's a problem for that team. So, yes, you're exactly right. They've got to get some help for Tom Brady if he comes back. And they've got to get some guys probably through the draft, because I don't see a bunch of veteran free agent receivers out there who'll go to New England and make that big of a difference.
To throw, it's Brady. It's complete. James White. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Wait, 53!
Again, it's Brady. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. And touchdown. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
And Charles, as the Falcons come back out here on offense, you got to help me process their 2019 season. One thing for sure, fair to say that they were a second-half team, as in second half of the season, because this club started 1-7, 6-game losing streak, weeks 3 through 8. The talk about Dan Quinn maybe being let go, and maybe it was a team that needed to bottom out and get a high draft pick. But then a funny thing happened. They started to win.
Yeah, maybe I should get a cardigan, get a pipe, sit down and listen to you talk your way through this team, because it's a lot to process, isn't it? But one thing about Dan Quinn as their head coach, relentlessly positive. Never let go of that. The team stayed with him. Many people thought maybe he might have lost the team. He never did. And they had that big finish, 6-2, one of the best marks in football, including beating New Orleans on the road, being San Francisco on the road. So when you look at it, ownership said, hey, this team likes playing for this coach. Let's give it one more shot. Now he'll have to retool his staff a little bit again. But bottom line is that team believed in their head coach. Head coach believed in his team. They've got a chance in 2020 to get back in the NFC South race.
Ryan to the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And this one brought in by Sanu. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Ryan will throw again. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing again, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Well, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most, that's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Brady again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He had no options downfield there and just chucked it out of bounds.
There was no one open. He was in the pocket. Where was the intentional grounding call?
Oh, you wanted the flag.
Of course I did. I'm a defensive guy. You know that. Where was the flag? The officials point out that someone was in the area. He got away with one.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Now Brady, complete to Watson, the tight end. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. Third and goal from the 2. Brady to throw again. As a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots have retaken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is now 14-10.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Michel. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Brady throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now Brady. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. There with a tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready, blue ladies! 25! Come on, boy! 25 tonight! 25 tonight!
Quick throw from Ryan here to Ridley. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Ryan to throw. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's understanding where the markers are because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Caught by Sanu. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
At 25.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd and 10, Ryan toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Tavecchio puts this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch tight. Tight ends right.
380.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch
Check it. Reload.
Yeah, they're going to try to eat some clock with Michelle. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Michelle. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So Ryan and the Falcons trailing 14-13, 1:45 to play. A field goal would be a game winner as they come up on 1st down.
Yeah, let's go set lunch.
Ryan to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line.
check.
Throwing now is Ryan. He completes it to Jones. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Let's get it.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field. Because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Ryan. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. A very solid gain of 27.
A gain of 27 in the play. And the Falcon first down.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Let's go.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
That throw by Brady incomplete.